There comes a time in every life when the noise becomes too loud. The noise of doubt, the noise of fear, the noise of every voice that ever told you, you can't. And in that storm of chaos, in that endless echo of not enough, you begin to forget what silence feels like. You begin to forget who you are beneath all that noise. But here's the truth. Your mind is not a cage. It's a canvas. And most people have painted theirs with fear. They've filled it with regrets, what-ifs, memories that sting like old wounds, and expectations that don't belong to them. They walk through life heavy, not because the world is heavy, but because they carry too much of it in their heads. Empty your mind. Do you know what that really means? It means letting go of the past that chains you. It means releasing the future you keep trying to control. It means surrendering, not as defeat, but as freedom, because you cannot fill a cup that is already overflowing with yesterday. There was once a young warrior who sought wisdom from an old master. He said, "Teach me how to be strong. Teach me how to find peace." The master poured tea into a cup, and he kept pouring until the cup overflowed. The young warrior shouted, "Stop, it's already full." The master smiled and said, "Exactly. How can I teach you anything if your mind is already full?" Empty your mind, my friend, not because you are weak, but because you are ready to be filled with something greater. Clarity, courage, creation. When your mind is empty, you don't just think, you feel. You don't just exist. You become. You've been taught to always know, to always plan, to always predict. But maybe life is not meant to be figured out. Maybe it's meant to be experienced. Maybe the unknown isn't a threat. Maybe it's the birthplace of your next miracle. You see, every time you cling to certainty, you strangle possibility. Every time you hold on too tightly, you forget how to receive. An empty mind is an open hand. It's ready to catch the wind, ready to hold the light, ready to rise without fear of falling. The greatest warriors were not those who fought hardest. They were those who learned when to release. The strongest souls are not the ones who never break, but the ones who let go of everything that was breaking them. And in that surrender, they found power, real power, the kind that doesn't shout, it radiates. Look around you. Every mountain began as dust. Every flame began as a spark. Every legend began as a person who emptied their mind of doubt long enough to believe. You were born pure, unburdened, untamed, infinite. But somewhere along the road, you collected too many opinions, too many scars, too many fears that weren't yours. Now you carry them like trophies of survival, when in truth, they are weights keeping your wings from opening. You can't fly with full hands. You can't soar with a crowded mind. You must let it all go. Empty your mind of the anger that keeps replaying old scenes. Empty your mind of the people who left, the mistakes that echo, the dreams that died before they bloomed. They were lessons, not prisons. Let them go, because when you finally release what's gone, you make room for what's coming. And what's coming is beautiful. There's a silence inside you, deeper than any noise. It's where your real strength lives. It's not loud. It doesn't demand attention. It simply is. And when you connect to that silence, you stop chasing peace. You become it. You stop fighting your reflection and start seeing your light. You stop searching for the path and realize you are the path. Every failure, every tear, every scar, they were carving you into the shape of who you were always meant to be. You are not behind. You are becoming. The mind, my friend, is both the prison and the key. And the only way out is in. Close your eyes. Breathe. Listen, not to the noise outside, but to the whisper within. It's been trying to reach you for years. It says, let go. You are safe. You are enough. Begin again. There's a story. Maybe it's yours. Maybe it's everyone's. It's the story of someone who built walls so high to protect their heart that they forgot how sunlight feels. They fought so hard to be perfect that they forgot how to be alive. And one day, they looked in the mirror and saw a stranger, someone who looked strong but felt empty. But emptiness is not always a curse. Sometimes it's an invitation to start again, to rebuild, not from what was, but from what can be. When your mind empties, you begin to see clearly. The illusions fade, the noise quiets, and truth stands naked before you. You realize that happiness was never hiding in success. Love was never something you had to earn, and peace was never waiting somewhere else. It was always within you, buried under the rubble of everything you thought you needed to be. The world tells you to fill your mind with information, ambition, comparison. But wisdom whispers, empty it. Because when you empty your mind, you make space for presence. You stop living in the echoes of yesterday or the shadows of tomorrow, and you arrive fully, fiercely. Now, do you know what it feels like to truly be present? It's when time slows down, when the breath feels like a miracle, when you stop thinking about who you should be and start remembering who you already are. That's freedom. That's life at its purest vibration. You don't have to control everything. You don't have to know where every step leads. You just have to trust that when your hands are open and your heart is still, the universe rushes in to fill the space with exactly what you need. Not always what you want, but what your soul has been begging for. So let the noise fall away. Let the battles in your head go quiet. Forgive yourself for not knowing, for breaking, for trying so hard to be okay. You don't have to fix everything. You don't have to hold it all together. You just have to empty your mind long enough for healing to find you. Because healing isn't something you chase. It's something that finds you in stillness. When your defense is lower and your spirit says, I'm ready. And when it does, you rise. You rise softer but stronger, calmer but fiercer, wiser but lighter. Because now you understand, emptiness isn't the end. It's the space where new beginnings are born. So when you stand before the mirror next time, don't look for what's missing. Look for what's waiting, the limitless you beneath the layers. You'll see it in your eyes, that fire that never died, only dim beneath the weight of the world. And as you breathe, whisper to yourself, I am not broken. I am clearing space for my light to return. Empty your mind of comparison. Your journey doesn't have to look like anyone else's. Empty your mind of fear. Fear is just faith in disguise, waiting to be reclaimed. Empty your mind of doubt. You were never meant to question your worth. You were meant to embody it. Every master began as a beginner. Every creator began in silence. Every legend began in uncertainty. The difference between those who shine and those who fade is not talent. It's surrender. They surrendered their minds, emptied their fears, and allowed life to flow through them instead of trying to control it. Be like water, formless, fearless, free. Water doesn't fight the rock. It flows around it, over it, through it, and eventually it shapes the rock itself. You don't have to fight the world. You just have to flow. So when life becomes heavy, when your mind feels loud, when you lose sight of who you are, return to the silence. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. And remember, you don't need more answers. You need less noise. When you empty your mind, the world no longer defines you. You define it. You move not from fear, but from faith. Not from confusion, but from clarity. Not from reaction, but from creation. This is your rebirth. This is your moment of stillness before the symphony begins again. So stand tall. Let the past fade. Let the noise die. And let your soul, vast, open, infinite, take its first true breath. Because when you finally empty your mind, you stop living like a shadow of your past and start living like the sunrise you were born to be. You become the calm in the storm, the light in the dark, the voice in the silence that whispers, I am free. And remember this, the line that will echo long after you walk away. When you empty your mind, the universe does not leave you empty. It fills you with yourself, the truest, rawest, brightest version of you. And that, my friend, is where everything begins again.